Okay, right,
Just
quiet.
checking. Just check. Is the turn? Is giving
Yasmin?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Outspoken with Eden Harvz, where we talk all things juicy. You can find this podcast at 7 p.m. on a Friday on YouTube, Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Now, I'm joined by two people today. My co-host, Yazzie, my sister, and more importantly, Scotty fucking T. Woo! I am so excited to have you here. I'm hyperventilating. I'm shaking.
I'm starstruck.
That's like the natural thing.
Nobody strikes, gets me excited like that. No, not like that.
Lloyd's there.
What is in the background like?
No, we grew up biggest Geordie Shore fans.
Yeah, religiously watched every episode. Are we meant to play it cool?
Did you? So you watched it from the very beginning?
From the very beginning.
Yeah.
We went through Jay, James,
And
Vicky
then-
leaving, and then
Well,
you
when I came in.
joined.
Wait,
It's on my
we're gonna-
Sky recordings.
We're going to get into Geordie Shore, but firstly, I'm going to ask all my guests this. Stop licking your teeth. You're on death row, okay?
That's Kelly.
What is your starter, main, and dessert as your last ever meal?
Starter,
Ket.
drink, main, fanny, dessert, fanny.
Yeah, so let's get into Geordie Shore. Now, you came onto the scene and took everyone by storm, I think.
Right, what the show?
It was good to start off with, and then you joined, and he was our favourite.
He was the main event, which must have really annoyed the other guys who had worked so hard to be the guy.
Did as well, and it probably
James,
annoys the people on MTV as well because they're thinking, why do we ever get rid of him? Even though they didn't get rid of us, I decided not to do it.
Yeah, why are they saying that?
So basically, I was doing it for years. They hired us for being this wild, party animal, party boy and that, which obviously I was. And then all of a sudden, they're like, whoa, he's too wild. He's too much of a party animal. I'm like, make your fucking mind up, man.
Gaslit.
You know what I mean? And then obviously,
Ratings.
wanted us back on for the reunion, and I was just saying, no, it's not for me anymore.
When these girls are coming home with you on a night out, when you've been in the Geordie Shore house, and then they come home with you,
When
They take their makeup off.
When they're coming home on a night out, when they're coming home when I'm on Geordie Shore.
On
when you're on
Geordie
Geordie Shore.
Yeah, you know what it is? People think it was so easy to pull.
Yeah.
But it's the hardest thing.
Really?
Ever. So say me and Gaz, right, we're out on the drink. Obviously, so because obviously it's a structured TV program and there've got to be certain rules in place. If we seen girls in the club, we weren't even initially allowed to talk to them. We would have to be like, all right, okay. Because we weren't allowed to just wander around the club because once it got huge, we'd have a security team. We'd be like, okay, right, we're like them two lasses over there.
Yeah.
So we'd have to have someone from the team, who from production, go over and talk to them, saying oh, would you like to come in and have a drink with Scott and Gaz? Obviously, I want to try and shag them, but obviously then they'd have to go outside separately. They'd have a driving license. They'd have to say oh yeah, I'm such and such from Newcastle. I want to go and have a drink with them. Then they'd get filmed coming in to the area,
Yeah.
and we'd all have a drink and stuff like that. And then if we actually wanted to take them home, the only way we could have them back at the Geordie Shore house is if they had their passports. But also, when we got back to the house, what they do is they put everyone in the house first, and then these girls would go off and get filmed in a room for half an hour, ask questions. It was do you consent that you'll be getting shagged?
Well, then I went up for a shag.
And they were like, well, aye, man, all this and that, this and that. And then obviously, after a while, sometimes they'd sober up and they'd be like, fucking, what am I doing? And then after that, we'd have to do an entrance shot while everyone else is already back.
Stop.
Walk through everyone and then find somewhere to shag.
And by
And then
that
if
time,
we
weren't
went
you
in front
like,
of them as well, which I always do. They'd come in and be like, come on.
Yeah. What, the producers would be like, one
Ah,
sec.
they'd come in. Might as well put it on for you.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So,
No, because
sure,
obviously
by
it's
that
it's-
time, are you just I don't even want to fuck anymore?
Oh
I just
no!
wanna go to
By
bed.
the time I was like, yeah,
raging.
ready for the best 10 seconds of your life.
Yeah. This is really built up.
I never knew any of this.
No, I'm
But
shocked.
obviously, it used to cause arguments and stuff because,
Yeah.
say, for example, if I was getting one of the girls in the house, or Gaz was, or Aaron was,
Yeah.
then they'd make it so that them girls were sitting in the living room when we walked in with these lasses.
Who were you closest with out of the females? Charlotte.
Charlotte, yeah.
Yeah, and you're still close now.
Yeah. Yeah. Still
Because
she
you
does that,
hosted when she did Just Tattoo of Us with her, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, that was a frisk, that.
Is that a very set up?
Listen to me, right? I've never seen Nout like that show. Like, I actually thought, oh, it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Really? So like when they
I'll
go
tell you what, one story, right? So
Yeah.
there's this lad and lass come in. So obviously, me and Charlotte would sit down, like, oh, how do you know each other? This and that. And they're like, oh, we're getting married. This lad and lass. We're from Sunderland.
Yeah.
And I remember I went away with the lass and I was like, oh, what are you going to... So I would go away with the girl and she'd show me the tattoo, what she's got for the boy. And Charlotte would go away with the boy and show her what the tattoo for the girl. So I remember when away, the last showed me, she was getting a bra tattooed on him, like natural bra.
Yeah.
But Charlotte was like, Scott, like I feel like crying, like, like he's picked the worst tattoo for her. Like it's literally right. He got, bear in mind, he bailed halfway through, and I had to go and drag him back in the studio because he ran away. He got a full devil's tail from her coccyx all the way up her back to her neck with a big point in red, which he couldn't even get removed. And he had half a bra.
And she was gutted.
You know what it is? I don't think she really said anything. Like
You'd be in shock, wouldn't you?
No, but like, you know what I mean? Like, imagine that for the rest of your life. You could like that's just like
Trauma.
Charlotte got Stephen Bear's face on my arse, didn't she? She didn't even get one.
Can I link that? Can I ask for your opinion on Stephen Bear's recent news article?
I haven't seen it. What is it?
He's in
Jail.
He's going to jail.
Go on, Stephen Bear. Well, I'm very friendly with Georgia. You know what I mean?
We're-
I
I
felt
adore. I am George's
Really, you know, she's
stan.
mint, and I felt really bad for her. You know what I mean? Like,
That's the most, like the biggest breach of
and
privacy.
plus, like, why did you even need to like broadcast the like?
It just comes across like that, like quite like
Everyone knew they
I
would.
could someone be like, oh, 2 seconds. You know,
Yeah.
It's just weird.
The thing is, though, I completely understand her passion because that's destroyed everything for her.
She
Like,
lost
all
so
the-
much
Yeah.
when that happened because people were just like Team Bear. Like,
She lost the power to be able to. People have seen her in full action. So that as a female, that's losing your power.
Yeah. Yeah, get your ass out. I need to see this.
So
we won't tell you if there's poo. Oh my
God, you've
I can
actually.
get it nobody's mouth now.
Shit.
I didn't get it. I got it.
I thought you were lying.
Why do you have that?
Because Charlotte picked for us on the
And what did
telly
you
show.
pick for Charlotte?
She didn't do no.
Oh shit. Was it difficult being best friends with Gaz and best friends with Charlotte in that situation?
At the time, yeah.
Yeah. It's just like
I don't really speak
awkward.
Gaz anymore.
I was going to ask you that. He's over it.
He's just a family man, and he's just
Yeah.
settling down.
They both are now, which is amazing. Are you happy for that?
But yeah, of course I'm happy for them. You know what I mean? Like, but I genuinely haven't supported Gaz in years.
Really?
Yes.
That's weird for you because
I think-
everyone like
I know. I think you saw good contact with everyone. I mean, I see Aaron quite a lot. I speak to Chloe, Nathan,
Yeah.
Sophie,
yeah.
and, well, obviously Charlotte. But no,
Do you miss him?
do miss him a bit? Like,
Yeah.
we used to have a right laugh on the show.
Yeah.
I feel like party boys, when they settle down, are made sometimes, not forced, but are told to cut off
Yeah, it's
all
cool.
their party ties.
I mean, the first thing she said was like, "Scott's a meant to eat now."
Oh, to be fair, I'd be like that. I'd be like, I can't meet up with him anymore.
No, like
Wow.
imagine
Why?
your
Most fun ever.
imagine your partner being friends with Scotty T. You'd be like, so first
And they're going
person
on
to
a
go-
night out. You'd be like, ah!
To be fair, like
He tried to fuck the wife.
You know, well, no, I'd never do that to my pals. But
No.
I think a lot of people would be like, even now, like if a lass is like trying to make a lad jealous, they take a photo of me and like, oh yeah, see this, like my boyfriend just broke up with us. It's like I get used as a tool. To make
Do you
me
like
jealous.
that?
That's horrible.
Do you mind that stereotype that you
I
have?
might even have them,
Yeah.
but like obviously I never like go by my pals' backs or do anything like that normally.
Let's rebirth Scotty
Right.
T here.
Straighter.
This is Scotty T, the redemption. I have so many Geordie Shore questions. You have this thing about you when you were on it that everyone just loved you because you're super. Like you're so like you have such good energy around you.
No ego.
And what you guys don't know about Scott is that he's not just here as like because we're the biggest fans of him. He's here as our mate. And when we get trolled online, he's the first person.
Every time.
And he has such a platform. I don't expect it at all. But every time, straight up, you're
He checks in on me more than mum.
I stopped posting as much on social media, which I need to do a bit more of. I don't know why. I mean, obviously, I'm always got my pals' backs when they get trolled, but like, you know what I mean? Even just in general, posting things. I've been a bit slack. I mean, slacking.
He gets embarrassed when we're being nice about him, but I'm going to carry on. So when we're being trolled, like, he is the first person that checks in. When I deleted all social media, he was messaging Lloyd, like messaging everyone. Is Eden all right? Is he? What, you what?
Why he did that? I mean, you shouldn't have done that.
What, like, when you first came in, you discovered fame basically overnight. What was that like for you? So like,
I was a bit surreal, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I think you have a bit of a honeymoon period, don't you, where you're like, oh, this
You
is
wanna
like
be
wicked.
out.
Want
Yeah.
to be out. I just think instead of it like being a couple of weeks, mine lasts about 6 years.
Yeah. Still now, I think if I
Now I get like, it's mad, man. Like, I'm like,
Do you get stopped all the time when you're out and about?
I like not so much in Newcastle. Like, I mean,
In London today, travelling through.
there's a few people walk past us and they go,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And I'm
people
just-
must be
you know
so
what I mean?
excited because you created this name for yourself,
I know.
and it will live on forever. Because on TV you're just captivating, and it's not easy, especially on reality TV. It's so easy to get fucking bored of it and be like, oh, that's boring. But every time Scott would make us laugh.
You'd see a lineup of celebrities in a show and you'd be like, Scotty T, watching.
Things like, that's why I got booked for PAs though. So clubs would book me because
Yeah.
I'd like they know that I'd be there all night. I'd go all out for them.
Yeah.
I'd get up on the mic and I'd be the last person to leave. Like
Yeah.
they'd get sick of us.
Yeah.
They'd be like, you need to go home. You know what I mean? Like
5 a.m.
But
That
I was
is
getting
me.
booked every single night though. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I was like used to just go raj. So like they want someone who's approachable. So people feel the need to come up to us like, oh yeah, Scott, you're all right. You know what I mean? Like whereas some people, like if I'd seen certain celebrities out, I'd be like, I would just walk up and ask them for a photo.
No.
Yeah.
Whereas me, they literally just like grab us and that like.
Because you're brilliant. You won Big Brother 2016.
Aye.
What was that whole experience like in
That
the
was
Big
a bit
Brother
surreal
house?
now because you're in a house for 5 weeks and it was like,
Was it similar to Geordie Shore at all?
no, completely different. Completely different. It was, you know what it is? It was very chilled.
Really?
That's why the whole time I was just pacing around the whole place.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like they were like, look at Scott, man. Like if they film me, they're literally just doing like 50 laps. Like the
You
whole people
smashed it though. You
Oh,
were
no, like,
Jeremy
I
and
did it.
Steph. You were in with Jeremy and Steph.
like Tilly
Scott, that was
in
my
his
favourite
time.
series.
I told you.
I forgot.
Yes, Megan
There's
McKenna.
David Guest as well.
Yeah.
David, I remember it all. No, but the Jeremy and
Tiffany.
Remember
Megan.
David?
Dad!
Oh yeah, that was mint.
When did we have that
Obviously
in our
wasn't-
family recently?
God bless him. Wasn't
Yeah,
mint.
and he
But it was
actually
like-
passed, didn't he?
Yeah, I
That's
know.
him. So maybe he actually was quite poorly, but she was talking. It was
go into
David
it.
was
Bowie's.
David Bowie.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was.
Do you remember
That
when I
was
had
my
Gemma
favourite.
Collins' cake? And I was like, happy
Gemma.
birthday. I went, oh, fuck this. I launched the cake.
Do you know,
You were with Gemma.
Gemma Collins was in it as well. I made her a birthday cake and then I hung it off the wall.
Can I link it? Can I link it?
But my head's frazzled.
How do you feel about Gemma?
Gemma, well, you know,
She's got me blocked on all platforms.
has she?
Yeah.
You know what it is? I was annoyed with Gemma when I came out of the Big Brother house because I asked her to do a video for one of my friends who really loved her. And all she had to do was say, happy birthday, you fucking cunt, Rosie.
Yeah.
And literally, a week had gone, still nothing. I kept asking, she's like, I'll do it again, I'll do this and that.
It takes 2 seconds.
Scott,
It takes 2
me
Yeah.
To make
too.
Paul's birthday. And I was like, nowadays, like there's no need for that.
No, you think there's ratings
So
and stuff
many
and then-
people like that. Okay, in the Big Brother house, were you bored?
Aye.
Yeah.
Sometimes aye.
Yeah. Because there's not much, like in Geordie Shore, like it's like you get given a task for the day, you go out.
Geordie Shore, man, they're like...
Yeah. What's
You know
your
what it
day to day? So you wake up in Geordie Shore, and what's the day?
No, you
look
wake
like?
up, they're in your face with the cameras.
Really?
How do you feel? Fuck off, man. And these are like, oh, come on, when you film the scene, like obviously they want to catch you when they're hungover and catch all the banter. But then, like, they forget that, like, it's a different crew in the morning. Whereas the crew finished at the night time didn't stop filming until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And then they're waiting us up at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, every day. Oh. But it used to be every day. Obviously, eventually we got, like, days off and that, like. But it literally would be, like, full on. It's like, right, okay, Scott, you got green screen, then you're going out with such and such, or they set the scene, they drop you in. So, say, for example, on one night out, if I was getting with, like, Chloe,
Yeah.
and then, like, me and Aaron had an argument,
Yeah.
I'd be going to work with Chloe, and then Aaron would be going somewhere else, and they'd separate all day, so they'd keep the tension. They'd want me and Chloe to flirt at work, and then obviously they'd want me and Aaron to kick off, and it's like a big thing. But it was every day. It was basically like they had trust issues with people, but it was like they were just like it wasn't fun anymore. It became a chore.
Yeah.
Where it was meant to be fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like and it was really fun for years. It was literally like it was exciting.
Yeah, you were buzzing.
But
with
then
all
it was
the
like,
people.
right, you can't do this, can't do that, can't do this, do that again, get up, dance, do this, drop your kegs.
It's
You
like
know what I mean?
social media. It's like social
That's
media.
literally the world we're in now, because reality TV used to be so raw and like unfiltered. Whereas with Geordie Shore, did you ever have like a mental health represent, like to support you during it?
Had to be 6.
Did you?
No. You know, it is not properly, but we did have the Sykes who like interviewed you, and there was one really good one, Gareth, who I still speak to now and then. Like they were really good,
Did you
But-
ever speak to them?
but it was like it didn't really make a difference because if the producers wanted to make a good show, they would test you. They would literally like say for example, like Aaron was flirting with the girl I got with. The producers would be like, Aaron, flirt more, get with there, do this, do that. They would make it so that they created a scene.
Yeah.
Then when we created a scene, they're like, oh, he's going mad. You know what I mean? He needs a break.
And that's what I want to ask. The tone in Geordie Shore, like when you're in the green screen, it's like, no. Like everyone uses the exact same tone. Is that just like the Newcastle accent, or do you get told?
Well,
to say
it's imagine a tone you've got to just say something about something. It's like
40 times.
going out tonight, someone's going to get dusted. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, but it's like you've got to like finish it at that because you just go, I'm going out tonight, someone's going to get dusted.
Yeah, yeah. And then I thought,
I used to think of all them lines we sell though.
did you?
all of
What's your? Let me remember your line. The intros. Talk the back legs off a donkey.
At Sophie.
Yeah, and what was Scott's? Do you remember?
Yeah,
When that
it was something shy, like get me the house, I'm going to tear this place up.
Oh yeah, it was like that, wasn't it? No, yeah. It was like, get me in this album. Love the fashion back then.
Oh yeah. The V-necks in that man.
Just all vests and V-necks.
It was such.
V-necks. The V-necks down there.
Yeah.
V-necks, give me cock out over the V-neck. We were joking. Literally.
So speaking about getting your cock out over the V-neck, you do
Oh.
OnlyFans?
Not really anymore.
Not anymore.
you?
What's the weirdest request you had on there?
Oh, yeah, man.
There's some filthy people out there.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, people like just, like, obviously, like, mine is mostly I appeal, like, mine's like 80%, 90%, like, gays.
Really?
Which I don't mind, like, because I mean, I've got like
Yeah.
a wicked smooth arsehole and that, like, you know what I mean, like, so they're like, anyway, obviously I don't stick that up there, but
Well, you
like, I
didn't?
don't, no,
Oh, why?
I don't, because it's me, but I don't mind appealing to them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but they would ask us to, like, not so much me, even one of my friends got asked, like, she does it, she was like, oh, can you stand on bugs for us? And I pay loads of money, and I was just like, what the fuck? I was
So feet kind of.
yeah, there's someone that asked to massage, like me to massage my own feet and that, like, and I was like, that's just weird, that, like.
Did you do it though?
Have you got it on your phone?
No, got
Oh.
a new phone, thank fuck for that.
I love it. Okay, so in your career, what has been your highest point so far? Something you always think back to, and you're like,
I was thinking about it when I won Big Brother.
yeah,
Like,
That is-
walking out there, I was just like, eh.
yeah. What was it like?
I
Was
like,
your
the
heart
biggest
racing?
cunt in the UK is just one Big Brother.
But no, but you won
The
for being
second
you. That's the
walked
thing.
in, I was like, you don't
I
even.
was favourite from the start.
Yeah.
There was like bets on, wasn't there?
I was 12-1, and then I was just like, literally, might as well be like 1-1. It was like 2-3.
Did you get paid to win? Do you get money if you win?
No, I am. Well, originally it was to
Charity.
charity. You got money. You got paid to go on, but like, it wasn't like loads of that. Like, it was just more. I think so. When they done the celebrity one, it used to be able to choose a charity, what you could like donate the winnings to.
Yeah.
I remember my mom saying like, "Oh, like whatever you do with the money, just make sure you save like a couple £100 to save the hedgehog fund." I was like, "Mom, man, I'll buy you 1,000 hedgehogs if you care." You know what I mean? But like,
So going up those stairs when you've been announced the winner, were you go? You didn't cry?
no, I just walked down. I was like, "Come on, lad."
You're so good at things. And it was when Davina was still the
No, it
like
wasn't
host.
Davina.
Who was
Emma.
it? Emma Willis.
Love
Yeah,
I love her.
The thing is, when I won, I was like, "Come here, babe." I grabbed her, but she was pregnant. I swear.
I
Maybe
remember
popped
all
it.
this.
You've now become an entrepreneur in a sweet business. Where did that come from?
Well, so my manager and his girlfriends, basically, like, we all sort of came of it together. And you know what it is? Like, I mean, I don't even know what half them are. But, like, they're, you know what I mean? Like,
So, like, has that been as successful as you think it will be?
you know what it is? It is successful.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, it's doing really well. It's taking over, and it's something I enjoy. Obviously, I can't always be there to like do all the orders and everything like that.
Well,
And
you're a
plus, I
CEO,
end up
honey.
eating all the sweets, and I go into overdrive,
Yeah.
and I'm just like this
Crash.
hyperactive lunatic, like run around, like, and I just like, you know what I mean. So no work gets done.
On
But
that
it is
subject,
doing well.
I've got a really good question in a minute.
1 second. We've got zombie bombs actually in the studio.
No, I've got heartburn.
Yeah, about
We're all doing one. Have you never done one?
I've done one.
No, you haven't.
that. Data bum drop.
Why do you always have to back Eden? I've done one.
If you'd done one, it would be etched in your brain forever.
It is. That's why I said I got heartburn. I can't do
You
it.
got to do another one.
We
It
have
doesn't give you heartburn. It's only sweet. You just suck it and spit it.
Let's all do it. Okay, before we move on to the next subject.
Ellis, sit on Scott.
Go be a son.
We'll all do one at the exact same time, okay? Have you got one, Yas?
No, is he
Yeah.
going to throw up?
No, I'm not going to
Yes,
throw
he
up.
will.
No, but
No, I'm
no,
not.
not in my hair.
Right.
I'm
No, I've just
Right.
washed it. It smells like L'Oreal.
Cheers,
2,
Cheers.
Cheers.
One.
Cheers.
Let's go.
Give him.
It's like sour bran flake.
No.
God, look! Ah!
Come in.
That is fucking.
You sick of me face?
What is it? What is it?
Scott.
With like silent. Oh. Kids, don't try this at home. You get better, mate.
Is that a problem?
How nice is that, mate? Oh. Fuck with
That's
you.
diffuser. I just strung that up.
Oh.
No, I really don't feel very well.
Oh, there's no one.
There is no one like
There's no
Scotty
one
T.
No.
That's true.
Thank you.
Yeah. But you do get jealous.
I don't get jealous. I just get like, it's when they entertain it.
Yeah. Has a girl
No.
ever got overwhelmed with like girls messaging her saying, I slept with him last weekend, I know him?
Yeah, but it happened to start with Tia. Like people go like, oh yeah, I got with them the other week, and then literally like I made message the other bit, and then she was talking shit. You know what I mean? Like people just do. It just goes to show that people just lie.
Have you ever had it vice versa? Have you ever had a girl get really carried away with the limelight and you've been like, fuck this is gross, I don't want
The thing is,
that?
though, like, my girlfriend at the minute isn't like that though. That's a good thing. Like, it's that's why it's been solid. But yeah,
Oh, it was really difficult for me with Lloyd as well, like because I just always thought he had the intention.
Eden, was that Pepper?
bad intentions? So for like 3 months, I was like, "You not doing?"
don't get us
TikTok."
wrong. Like my Instagram, like there's thousands of lasses messages. You know what I mean? I think when I first had Instagram, you know, when you get like message requests, when I got like just below 2 million followers, it was like I had like some like it was like 400,000 direct message requests.
Who's the most famous girl that's ever DM'd you? It's us. I sent you a flame in 2017. I just want to get past that.
You know, though, I remember once I was tweeting Nicki Minaj,
Yeah.
and then she followed us, and I was like, oh, because I was saying like, ah, babe, I was yelling, like, I was like, just being like the rascal that I am.
No,
And she
but
followed us. I was like,
I-
anyway,
I'd love to go through your DMs. I bet there's someone that like we'd
Can
be
we?
so excited about that you.
Can we?
No,
you can like be there forever. There's a lot like.
like there is other famous
I mean,
people, and
it was
he's
like-
hiding
it was
something.
like Snapchat when I got my Snapchat, like people wouldn't even say hello, like you're right, like they would literally just send a photo, a Russell, or they're funny.
Can I
You
ask you a
become
question?
numb to it.
Yeah. When did you
Oh,
become
like
numb
years
to
ago, I
it?
used to be like, no, yeah, it was just like, I mean, like, where are you?
Yeah. Whereas now,
WID.
Must be really, must be really difficult for you to guide falling in love and just shagging someone.
Yeah, well, you know, there's like I've got all my system. To be honest, like I've spent years
That's
doing
what
it.
I
You know what I mean? Like it's
Done partying, just want to settle down.
I do enjoy partying, but like it's different. Like
so what does the future hold for Scotty T?
to be honest, I've got various different things I want to do. This is like coming about the ADHD thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got that many things I want to do. It's just getting them all kicking off.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to launch my own skincare range.
Really?
This is such a twist.
Do you want to collab with a brand?
Oh, yeah, man, you know what I mean? Like
No, that's what I said.
Do you want to collab or do you want to do your own?
I'd collab happily.
We collab.
I've
Who
got
with?
listen. I've got the genius idea.
Go on.
Which I'll tell you about it. But I trust you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you on here.
Yeah,
I'll
no.
tell you about it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's literally like because you need a product, right, which everyone would want,
Yeah.
right, which can go everywhere, and which would never not be bought. Like basically, you know what I mean? Like it's always gonna be something. And it's fucking genius.
What's your go-to scent when you're spraying yourself?
Oh, right. So this is a tough one.
Yeah.
It's not a tough one. Tom Ford.
Which one?
Which one?
Black Orchid.
So Nurelli Portofoni
Okay.
or fucking Fabulous.
What's that?
It's the boy of Tom Ford's.
Is it?
It is. It's called fucking fabulous.
What does it
is
smell
fucking
like?
Fabulous.
Oud and wood.
Yeah,
And Backy.
I like tobacco vanilla.
No, he smells
He
quite
loves
I like
that.
sweet.
Mont Blanc.
Mont Blanc. That's my favourite.
Mont Brown.
Yeah.
Creed, but not the Venice.
Okay.
Silver Mountain Water.
Specific.
Yeah.
I'm just having a flashback to you in the shower on Geordie Shore. I feel like you washed more than anyone.
Oh, I had to wash twice a day, man.
And you really soaped up.
Yeah. He
you
was
should-
really lathery
Yeah.
before a night out.
Them cunts that used to use domestics.
Was there anyone in there? Question that you were like, have you had a shower
Well, they used to have the
today?
big wash like once every few days. Because
So would it cost
that's
like
why some people like would go in literally like look like a supermodel of the Wacoot from 20 Clem.
were you in Geordie OGs?
I'm on an OG, am I?
Yes, you are.
But you were.
I'm
What?
LC.
No, you're not.
What's that?
A lush cunt.
But like you should have been in that because to me you're an OG. Why is Aaron in it? Was he in it before
Got,
you?
got kids.
Was he on it before you, Aaron?
After.
So and you weren't on Geordie OGs?
No, but Geordie OGs needed like a storyline to run up.
It's more like oh, kids and family. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Kids, family, everyone. Then this. Oh, look at Scott. You got ballistic in the club still.
Scotty,
Scotty off his fucking
Scotty in
off his-
Gibraltar, like
off his dish. Fucking can't even speak. Magaluf doing the PA. Oh, back to the kids.
Scotty, do you want kids?
They're gonna be lush as well. Hyperactive as fuck.
When was the moment where you thought, "Fuck, I've made it, I've done it. This kind of money is fucking crazy."
It was more like there wasn't a moment. It was more like a situation where it's like I could just spit. Basically, one of me had a car, an M4, and I need the wheels changed, but I wasn't going to get it back till the Monday, and I gave it another Thursday, so I just went and bought an iron. Outright. I thought, you know what it is? Because I can't.
Yeah.
I might have spent £1 million in 2 years
Did you?
on fucking nout.
Food. I just spent a
No,
while.
no,
Deliveroo.
no, not nout.
Nothing.
It's going ballistic.
Second question.
But, I mean, like I said on the other interview I did, I was like, good memories, but I can't remember it.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just being able to do what I want. Fly first class everywhere in the world. Do whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, what do I need to do today? Nothing. You know what I mean?
Do you ever check your bank account?
But that's the shit you can't buy.
What?
Do you ever like when you go to pay for something, do you have to like go on Nationwide and click quick balance or do you just pay and you know?
I just pay and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Second question. This doesn't have to be in here. What's the biggest fee you've ever received for anything? For a meeting, for a appearance, for a
Show.
You don't need to say who.
For what it was,
For one thing,
for one thing.
just the fee,
I wouldn't
nothing
say
else.
the one fee itself.
Okay.
It was the fee for what I had to do.
Okay.
Was 2 hours work for 15 grand a month.
Have you
Yeah.
always wanted to do this? Because what a lot of people don't know is Scott's really fucking smart. So when he was on Geordie Shore, like people are like, oh, player, like he's like people would think like he's dumb, but he's so smart. Like you've got a lot of like good grades.
But I think you are quite strategic in what you do. I think everyone watches you and they just think he's beautiful, he's talented, he's like, but he's a player, but they don't actually know.
Don't get the ADHD, man.
No.
That's like the main thing.
That-
Yeah.
It's not under my control. Like sometimes I know I can be late and I can do this and that, but I don't mean it. Like it's like, do you know the science behind it?
Yeah, I'm trying to find out.
Like, so basically it's like, you know, when a normal person's train of thought, like your brain sends like signals, like loads of little electrical impulses.
Yes.
Like it's like, so in your brain, you've got like these like the little spark plugs.
Yeah.
And what they do is that when you think of something, it produces chemicals, like 200 chemicals or 50 chemicals or something, and they fire these little signals and they get accepted by the other side, like paper thin, like gap. And it's like, what? See, this is me. I don't know what I'm no, man.
Yeah.
But basically, what happens is with ADHD, not all of them get fired and they get shot back. Okay. So it's like you could see it as like, imagine in Newcastle, you've got like 4 main bridges in town, and imagine people do the Great North Run, they'll run over the Tyne Bridge. They have brain signals, but with ADHD, it's like all these people are like start like kicking the fuck out of each other and run over different bridges and that, and back and forward and that, and falling off the side. That's basically what it is. So it's like it's not like, but it's not under voluntary control. You can't help it. It's actually like a chemical imbalance.
Yeah.
Where I stopped it, it's like I've always been the same. I've never like acted up or been different or been a dick or like changed anything. But yet they lose patience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just think, at the end of the day, it's their loss, not mine.
Did you get in
Was
trouble?
there a moment? Yeah. Was there a moment that you lost it and they were like, "That's it,
A
Scott"?
couple of times, yeah, when I've been drunk, but like, and I was just getting like emotional. Like, but then they say like, "Oh my god, he's like lost the plot," like, "Oh, like for legal reasons, this and that." It's like, "Oh my god, I'll have a break, man."
Did you feel like you were made to feel like an outsider?
I definitely did, yeah. Especially with I'm not going to go into details, like some of the pre-precautions, what they were asking from me before filming. I thought, you know, this is getting ridiculous because it was like they were basically sectioning me out from everyone else. I mean, I got drug tested for a year at one point, passed all year, and then when I was like, you know, this like no one else did.
So your energy is so infectious and high maintenance that everyone online and like people must think, oh, he's on drugs all the time.
Oh no! If anything, drugs calm us down.
That must be so damaging though, because you must have started to kind of filter who you were for the show.
Do you feel like you ever did that? You had to.
No, not really. Because when I was in the show, what I got annoyed about was as if I was doing the show and there'd always be people there like, oh, like keep an eye on Scott. It's like, you know,
yeah.
that was it. It's like I always knew that there was like
It's me and you.
Literally.
Damage
like,
control.
oh, where's Scott going? Where's he going?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, man, fuck off, man.
Yeah.
32, man.
Scotty.
You'll get the views.
Scotty. Who is your biggest role model and why do you do what you do? What is your why? My why's Wolf. What's yours?
If I can make people happy, then I'll do it every day of my life, especially my family and friends. Like, I'm more like, regardless of anything what goes on, if I'm putting a smile on people's faces, I don't give a fuck.
Who's the best person that could say to you, "I'm proud of you"?
I don't know. These are hard questions, these,
They're
man.
good though, aren't they?
Hitting you
They're really
deep
good
at the
though,
end.
like-
Yeah.
What about you?
My what?
Who would be yours?
Proud of you. My mum.
I've got about 3 people, so my mum's definitely one. Mm-hmm. My cousin.
Why?
Your cousin.
Because
why?
I'm really close to my cousin. Like, he's a large man, and I think that, like, he's so switched on, so, like, money orientated, so, like, by the book, like, everything. Like, and I'm the complete opposite.
Me too.
Like, and I think, like, but yeah, he's the type of kid, like if it's £2 to park a metre away from where he needs to be, or it's free a mile away, he'd park the free place and walk. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's
But
that
me and
person.
you would park on double yellows and pay the ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lloyd has.
Yeah, it was me. I'd
Yeah.
park on the door, off my tits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but
And you'd remove the clamp yourself, no stress.
I know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just think, like, if he was to say that, it's respectful, because I was to think, like, in the back of his head, he's always thinking, "You're a T." But another one, my dad's probably said a few times, but I don't know whether he's lying.
He's not.
It's really a hard question, that.
It is. Because I feel like
Maybe
you
yourself
don't-
as well.
Yeah.
Go on.
Like,
You don't talk enough about yourself. You're always helping other people and making other people
yeah,
smile.
honestly, like, I'm too nice.
Do you ever have time to yourself where you're like, I'm smashing it. I'm so proud
Oh,
of
I
me.
just always look in the mirror. I go, "What?"
No.
No.
I feel like you go, dick, girlfriend, friends, family, dick, girlfriend, friends, family. Do you ever have a moment
Nah.
where you sit by yourself and you're like, Scotty, you've fucking done it?
Friends, family, girlfriend, dick.
Nothing else. Do you have a moment where you've actually said, and you just said yourself, so your dad, do you have a moment where you sit with yourself and you're like, you've done it, mate?
Yeah, that has happened. Especially with Big Brother. I was like,
But you just said,
I'm going to cry.
You just said my dad is probably lying. What makes you?
no,
think
because he
that?
always says, "I'm proud of you," I'm proud of you. But like, I don't know whether
Why?
he's taking the piss.
Why do you think that? Because
Because me and Dad, I think, like, he moved away for 10 years, and like I didn't really speak to him, and then like sort of building the connection back up with him again. I love him bits, like, but it's long story. Like I used to look up to him so much, but then I feel like he moved away when I was a teenager with my stepbrother and my stepmom, and then I was with my mum. I mean, I love it when my mum's proud of us. Like, I mean, that's the main thing. But with my dad, I always just feel like he might just be saying it, but I can only tell if I see his face. But then I haven't really seen his face much.
Do you
It's
feel
a
like?
hard question, that, like.
I'm loving it. Do you
I
feel
don't
like?
have that many close people, like, family wise, to like.
that's what I was going to ask.
Do you feel like what happened with your dad, like catalysted
I
your
think,
behaviour?
but then again, I think if my dad had been here, I would never have been as let loose as what I was. I would have been grounded,
So yeah.
because he used to be like firm.
So you wouldn't have got to where you are?
Nah, I think I would have been like kept my leash. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But like, whereas when I was with my mum, I could just do whatever the fuck I wanted. It's like, oh, mum, I'm going out. You know what I mean? Like, doing all night. I was like,
Did you have resentment then as you were getting into like a young man and growing up on TV? Like, did you have that resentment? Like, I wish that my dad could be here right now, or
Nah, I just went when Raj was living.
Is
I
the best.
literally, that's the thing. Like, I was in the moment always.
yeah,
I've never really thought like back, because no point in thinking back, because then it just affects the way I think forward.
the only reason you should look back is to see how far you've come.
Now that I think about it now more, there is one person. So I was really close to my granddad. Like, so I had obviously 4 grandparents, my dad's mum and dad, my mum's mum and dad. And the first one that passed away was my mum's dad. And he was the only one who probably understood me. He used to sit and have so much patience with me all the time. And I remember he was such he never told anyone that he had pancreatic cancer, but he never told anyone. He was just slowly getting work done in my grandma's house and that, like, for ages. And then he didn't mention anyone he was ill. He knew he was going to die. And I remember, like, the last thing he said was, like, I was doing the garden for him. And I was only young. And he was like, you know how grandparents don't really say, like, I love you. Mm-hmm. Like, and I remember he goes, I love you, son. And like that. And I was like, I think to myself, like, now, like, if I look back, I would love to know what his opinion was. Because despite everything, even the way it is, even for what it is, being famous for fucking blasting every last left, right, centre on telly or doing whatever, I like, just because I'm happy, I feel that he'd be proud.
He would.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm crying.
I think that's something like my mum oversees it as well. I think that she's happy as long as I'm happy. Like, because my mum's like very like well-spoken, posh and that. She must be like,
Really?
I literally like someone would be like, Mum, look at me, like shouts at us and she'd be like, oh, it's great. And just not even pay attention or ask or just completely reply something like different. Oh, I'm going out for a coffee. Take what right now.
Yeah.
But like, as long as I'm happy, she's happy.
We lost our granddad.
I was going to say
We've lost
there is
all our
nothing-
grandparents now,
There's
but
nothing
I've got
more
one left.
triggering.
My mum's mum.
really.
And I bet and
Our
she's
mum's
your
mum was the
world,
first
isn't she?
one to go. But ours died. Our granddad died just in the lockdown, and
He would have died to
sorry,
see
yeah.
her.
we would have
It is-
loved
it
to
is
have
like-
seen him.
That's
through
like
this.
for everyone though. Like grandparents are like.
Do you know what? Growing up, you never think you're going to lose them, and everyone else around you does, and you're like, "Oh, mine will never die."
As well,
mine
like
will never go.
my grandma and granddad met each other when they were 17. No phones, no nothing during the war, and that.
Yeah.
And they had a diamond wedding anniversary. Like they were together until my
end,
granddad
yeah.
died.
Until the
It's
end.
like I spoke to my grandma not long ago, and I was like, "Oh, do you miss granddad?" She's like, "Every day." She's like, "Every day, I keep thinking he's going to walk through that door."
I feel like we look at our grandparents, like me and Eden, when you just say granddad, that's such a trigger for us because
Yeah.
that was the most
My throat was
traumatic
up.
thing to ever happen to
Yeah,
us.
that's mine as well. I lost another one like not so long ago, and then my nana as well. Like,
And your nana's, has
So-
she got dementia now? Or
No, that's my grandma's got dementia. She's starting to get it. I never really seen the signs of it until a couple of months ago. I was like, "Oh, I'm taking your mum out for a meal on Thursday," and she went, "Oh, Christmas dinner." I went, "No, man, not Christmas dinner, man."
Ladies and gentlemen, Scotty T.
What's your last question before we close?
Sorry
it?
about that, by the way. I just got carried away. It
Loved
really
it.
annoyed us.
What's
it.
your type in a girl? What do you look for in personality and looks?
Right, it looks they've got to have a big ass. Aye, like something put me nose in this.
Yeah.
And eyes,
They have to have
hair
eyes.
tied back. Personality wise, just someone who gets me. Someone who's like, right, okay, like I've got to be prepared to like. I've got to be prepared for this lad who's going to be constant.
I feel like we've delved into you
Really
quite deeply
special.
and just we've got to know you a lot better. And thank you so much for joining us and having a chat with
No,
us.
Lord, I'm not going anyway. Yeah.
Anyway, can you outro us?
Yeah, what am I doing?
No.
Hi.
Scotty, not you.
Oh yeah, can you
Why I violent sex?
Fridays 7 p.m. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this podcast contains strong language, sexual scenes, and references from the outset and throughout. Fuck off.